Racing podcast. Um, we actually are not having a actual podcast tonight. However, I'm jumping on to give a race report. Sorry about that. To give a race report for this past weekend at Jeremy Clements for Jeremy Clements at Atlanta, and then also to announce some exciting news for Jeremy's 500 start this weekend. So basically, I am going to go through the race report like I usually would during our podcast. The NASCAR Xfinity Series race report for Jeremy Clements Racing from Atlanta Motor Speedway, brought to you by Action RV. Jeremy, they qualified P24. There was no practice, so he wasn't able to get the car dialed in like they were at Daytona when they were able to have some practice. Started the race P25, ended stage one P18. During that first stage, the pit crew had a penalty for a member going over the wall too soon. This is the second week in a row in the first stage of the race that this has happened. Hopefully they can get that cleaned up and keep doing a good job like they have been. I know a new team, new pit crew, a lot of stuff that has to get synchronized and everything. And it's only this second race of the season. So hopefully by this coming weekend, all that stuff will be cleaned up and they'll be back to kicking some butt and being fast as Xfinity 5G and internet. Stage two, Jeremy finished P35. Car was loose. And they did some more adjustments on the car. They basically were riding around towards the back to stay out of the stupidness and the craziness that you get at drafting tracks. Plus, Atlanta is a shorter track with higher speeds. It's got a tricky pit road, so it's very easy to get a lap down. And as a matter of fact, in the third stage, with 45 laps to go, Jeremy got the air taken off the end back of his car coming off a corner by the 54 car Tanner Gray or Taylor Gray, I'm sorry. And as a result, Jeremy's car spun down the track into Gray. And unfortunately, Jeremy didn't have that much damage to his car. He came into the pits. They were on the damaged vehicle policy clock. However, it was minor damage. They were able to fix the car, get him back on track on the lead lap, and they restarted at the end of the longest line. P35, stage three was crazy, stupid racing up in the front and middle of the pack. Jeremy was fortunate, and at the end of the race with 3 laps to go, there was a big wreck. He was able to dodge the chaos and was able to restart with the green-white checkered P18. Coming to the checkered flag, there was another big wreck, and he was able to dodge the wrecking cars and ended up finishing P11. Another great finish for Jeremy Clements and his team. P9 to start the season at Daytona, P11 at Atlanta. Just a great start to the season, and he currently sits P7 overall in the NASCAR Xfinity Series points, which is awesome. This weekend is the race at COTA in Texas. It's a road course. Jeremy's good on road courses. Cool thing, like I mentioned in the beginning of the intro, this will be Jeremy Clements' NASCAR Xfinity Series 500th start. What a true testament to Jeremy and his family, his partners that he's had over the years, to everybody that has made this possible for him to have his 500th start. That is one hell of a accomplishment. And there's only 3 other drivers that have done that: Kenny Wallace, Jeff Green, and Jason Keller. By next year, if Jeremy continues to race the whole season and continues in 2026. Towards the end of the year, he should break Kenny Wallace's record, which is 547 career starts in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. That just again says a true testament to the determination, the no quit mentality, the drive, and the backing and support that Jeremy and his independently family-owned team has gotten over the years. And actually, even Chevy's support. He's been with Chevy his entire career. So that says a lot in and of itself. So congratulations to you, Jeremy, ahead of time. From myself, Dave, and Bobby here at Area 51 Racing Podcast. We're happy for you, buddy, and wish you and your team a lot of success this weekend. We're looking forward to that badass looking hot rod, the number 51 Chevy. It's got a new livery this weekend, a new partner in Henderson Jet Services. Michael Michelli knocked it out of the park on this livery once again, like he always does. It's a bright canary yellow and black. Some of you Jeremy Clements fans that follow Jeremy's social media, I'm sure you've seen photos of the car. It looks awesome. So I wish you and your team, Jeremy, a great weekend. Soak up all the the atmosphere and everything around the race. Again, that's one hell of an accomplishment. 500 starts in a series, over 20 plus years of racing in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. So congratulations. Welcome aboard Henderson Jet Services. They're a company based out of Georgetown, Texas, where they supply aftermarket parts for, I believe, Lear jets and like corporate type jets. So again, welcome aboard to them, to the Jeremy Clements Racing family. The other thing I wanted to talk about is just that we want to thank all our partners again for making this podcast possible. We have a lot that helped last year do our first 50 episodes for season 1, and we got some new ones this year back, and or got some new ones this year, and we got a bunch of our other ones back from last year. One of the new ones this year is Harrison's from Spartanburg, South Carolina. They're a platinum or a diamond level partner of ours. We got some cool stuff that we're going to be doing with them the summer / spring. Bobby, Dave, and I actually have a trip that we're going to be making in September down to Charlotte for a week, and we're going to be doing a lot of content with some of our partners, hopefully Jeremy Clements and his team, and we'll be sharing it with you live out here on our social media platforms. So with that, just want to remind you that we don't have a show tonight. I just came on to give this race update. Congratulate Jeremy on his 500 start coming up at COTA this weekend. And then also to let you know that next week, our podcast will be back 8 Eastern, 7 Pacific, or 7 Central, with Harrison's from Spartanburg, South Carolina. They have 6 locations. They're a partner that has come back to be on Jeremy's car for 4 full-time races, I believe, and then be an associate partner on several of Jeremy's race cars during the rest of the season. They were a previous sponsor of Jeremy's for a period of time, and then just this year they came back. We're excited to talk with the people at Harrison's. Harrison's is a workwear, clothing, Western wear, casual wear clothing company. They have 6 locations across North Carolina and South Carolina. If you want to check them out, you don't live in that area, you can order online at www.harrisonsusa.com and get your workwear, Western wear, whatever you may need. I'm sure Harrison's has. So if you would check them out, and we look forward to talking with them next week on our podcast. And on that note, I'm going to wrap this up, and I just want to thank our partners, diamond level partners, like I mentioned, Harrison of Spartanburg, South Carolina, Spartan Waste, 98.3 FM Fox Sports Spartanburg, Action RV, Kylie Glick Racing, Mattman Designs, The Runner's Roost, Alliance Driveway Solutions, Anna Moore Designs, Circle B Diecast, Driven Sunglasses and Driven Trackside, Elite Towing and Recovery, High Speed Auto, Booze Pops, The Racing Warehouse, and Armadillo Apparel. And then our platinum level partners, Belcher Cheesecake Company, Fly Form Concrete Structures, First Pacific Funding, Sherfitt Companies, Golly Beard Products, Wings, etc., Dialed In Focus Pouches by Whitetail Smokeless, Schatzenbach Landscaping, and then Jeremy Clements and Jeremy Clements Racing. Obviously, Bobby, Dave, and I are not able to do any of this without any of these people and their support, and also the support of you, our fans and listeners. So on that note, we'll see you next Tuesday, 8 Eastern, 7 Pacific, with the people from Harrison's in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Looking forward to talking with them. They're a partner of our podcast and also of Jeremy Clements Racing. Hopefully we'll be talking about some of the stuff we'll be doing in September when we go down to visit that area and talk about their involvement with Jeremy Clements Racing, how they got back involved, and that type of stuff. On that note, thank you, race fans. Again, congratulations, Jeremy, on the 500th career NASCAR Xfinity Series start. Looking forward to many more, and have a great weekend to you and your team at COTA. Peace. We'll talk to you later. This is Rob from the Area 51 Racing Podcast. Have a good night.